Hello, hello. Hello to everyone that is joining us today. We are on a lovely Monday. Um, Okinawa saw its first snow, and we were thankful for that, but we're already looking forward to the warm up, as I'm sure most of the East Coast is as well, after that nice little snowstorm they had. Hope everyone's having an awesome day so far. Looking to make a bunch of trades today. We are going to be trading our 1 minute signal that we have been having the arrow up there for. So should be a fun, packed day. A lot of things to discuss and go over, and potentially quite a few trades as well. Um, lots of things that are going to be able to be redone over and over again. So it should be a great one. For those just tuning in, uh, as you probably well do know, we have the disclaimer up there on the screen right now. Make sure you read through that. All our information that we give you is completely just our opinion and subject to change without notice, and are solely the views of ARHK Holdings LLC partners, and are not to be construed as financial or investing advice. Just feel free to check out our full disclaimer on www.arhkholdings.com. And with that, I'm going to swap the screen over. Any questions or comments on that, feel free to pop them in there on chat. I do have my chat screen up, and we'll be periodically be able to answer questions, comments, and that sort of a thing. As you can see, I have up on the screen our position that we had actually from this past Friday. Unfortunately, I only can trade half the day, just the way that my days are set up currently, and my partner that I work with is not able to always keep track of things. So what happened here was that we essentially got into a position that had we been able to trade actively in the afternoon, it would have sold. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and so we are still sitting here with it. That's okay though, it happens sometimes. Starting the day quite volatile, going green, green, red, green, red, green. So it seems that we might have another one of those days. We'll see how that pans out though. I need to get my lines up here on the screen. Just going to take 1 second. Sorry about that. Here I am putting them on the wrong screen too. Well done. Doing a great job. If you're in chat, please let me know. Just out of curiosity, where you're tuning in from. Just the state's fine. I don't really need to know everything about you. I'm just a curious person and like to be able to chat and talk to people that I have in the chat room. So always looking to engage everyone. It's the teacher in me. Just something that I've always done, I guess you could say. We got a huge swath. Oh, whoops! I changed my screen. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I changed the screen back. Sorry. So tons of stuff going on today, though. Um, let's see. Over the weekend, obviously with the snowstorm, we had huge amounts of. I back up. People are going to use a lot more oil, a lot more natural gas, and that sort of thing. So over the weekend, commodities definitely did really, really well, extremely well actually. And from that, I was wondering and thinking how high up the crude oil might go, and I'm like, well, let's see how things will do. I mean, because with all that need and the increased use of that commodity, and for how closely SPY has been tied to that, um, there might actually be some green days come Monday. And here we are, as soon as basically world markets opened, essentially the same issues. If you're following our Facebook page, it's up there on the screen right now. I actually posted thinking positively for people that are hoping to invest in oil. Once again, these are just my opinions. Don't take them as financial advice. Uh, but my thoughts on that was that there might actually be a decent sized gain on crude. And apparently, the fact that we had a blizzard and we're going to be using a lot more of our crude oil supplies over the next week, probably for heating and that sort of a thing. Wow, as we have a huge jump down already to 148. Wow. Let's see, what would it have been? I already got rid of it. Let's see here. Let's just take a gander over here. 186 or 180? Yeah, 186. Let's try that. Trying to check and see what our. Oh, look. We have our first signal here. So we're going to actually place this order. So we're just going to do 5%. Let's see. We're going to go 55. Oops. And this is a 1 minute signal, so I have to do it quickly. I apologize if you miss it. I will be able to walk through it here in a quick second. Chances are good that this is going to paint, and especially with that being a green bar with a down arrow, we're probably going to see even more movement downward, which means we're going to be heading straight probably into our first QE5 indicator signal as well. And there it is painted, so I placed the order and it popped up down here, and we are just going to aim for a little over whatever our gain will be over 5%. So 5.1% at 103 is going to be our target. And it's popping up back up right now, and that's fine. With that being a green bar, that means that, oh, the stock is trying to go up. But the fact that it really actually didn't even make it above the previous candlestick shows that it's having issue. And that means that there's already quite a bit of movement downward. And to be honest, I'm going to kind of stall a little bit to see if we pop back down. But no, it looks like it's struggling a bit. I was maybe going to add another penny on the price, on the limit price for the sell as we pop back up immediately. Look at that. That's okay. That happens sometimes. I will also be taking that signal as well. And if the volatility from this past week carries over, I'm not that worried. I'm actually going to skip that one. I think that's a false signal. I think that's people just buying into the deal. Yeah, see, we're already back into our next signal. I feel that, yeah. Yeah. This is basically speaking for me, but I was expecting it to come back down. I'm not actually even looking at my signals right now. I'm just watching the stock market over here and what's happening. And I feel that within probably about 5 minutes, we'll probably gain our 5%. It's obviously still going to be a quite volatile day. The first, 5 minutes we had up, downs, up, down, or, well, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, up. So this very well might be another up. I'm wholly expecting this to come back down though, because with crude the way it is, and also I just have to find it in here. It's running in this list. Uh, where are we at? So open lower, that's the first thing. Dollar slips lower, that's another bad thing. This makes me laugh. We can talk about this later. Oh, that's so silly. So we didn't have any more 1 minute. I almost have another down signal. I probably will double this up. Um, where is it? I saw it. They didn't. There it is. The German outlook for business, basically, the report that they put out. See, we're already up to 2. We're gonna double this up. It's gonna sell. I'm not even gonna be able to double it up. I'm gonna slide up here actually. 55. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? Alright, well, we're still gonna double it up because I really believe that we're moving down today. Um, The other thing is, remember, this is trading a virtual account. We are, uh, we actually made a little bit of a mistake and did not need to adjust my sell orders. So I apologize. Going back over here, modify, change the amount to this total number that we have now. I'm gonna actually, I think that can actually stay there. I'm gonna double check it though. I'm just gonna make it the full order in case if it does actually sell at that price, but I think that we should be able to take more. Yeah. So we're gonna bump this up 1 penny as well. This is something that they're actually trying to change so that, oh, we need to change this to good till canceled as well. That would be a mistake. So because of the movement in we actually were just under our sell point, which we had to actually put it where it is. I'm okay with it not selling there. I know it's going to hit the little over 5. Had we gone with the 4% price point, you can't take your quarter point positions. You can only do that in futures or obviously like stock prices. Here we are going back down though, so we're perfectly fine. But so you have to take basically full percent moves unless you're going to be higher up, like if you do your $10 per options that you place and that sort of a thing. So, oh, the volatility, it continues. We're just stuck with it. It's okay though. I'm not very surprised. People are going to be extremely skittish. It's already, yeah, we haven't broke our QE5 line yet. Um, I would not be surprised if we do though, honestly. That's sitting perfectly fine. I really just want to dump that right now because it's not even with the trend actually. It's very interesting. Yeah. One of our signals is kind of the precursor of what's to come, shows that we're going to be dropping out the bottom. See if that comes to fruition or not. And there we go. Did it sell yet? Nope, not yet. We got to watch up here. It's so volatile right now that it's basically selling and gaining, and this is actually having trouble keeping up with the speeds. So it's kind of unfortunate actually. It should update quicker than that, I would think, but apparently not the case. There we go. Here we go. Yep. See, we're really starting to shoot it down now. Um, this was people trying to take their gains that they've made either overnight or scalp traders potentially trying to steal, get a steal. But so we're heading down. I'm gonna guess probably at 10. We definitely will have a really strong chance, probably about 90% chance that we will see our first signal. That would be my guess. And It should be out here in a few seconds. And there it goes. And there's our 5.4% gain. Let's see. Keep watch on that out of the corner of my eye. So what happened was part of that was just experience in trading. I knew that the up signal that we had coming back up here, that was simply just people, oh, we got a deal going on. We're going to hop in this. And this is what we do, but they were going the opposite direction of our signal. So I'm like, we got our down signal here. We're going to pop up here. We already just dropped down to here. So the natural habit of people is deal, scalp it up. People that trade like 10 grand or so will definitely be able to grab a good amount of money off of that movement right there alone. But what we were looking for was this down because we're only trading with around $5,500 or so. So we were just, as soon as we got this second down signal, we're going to hop back on that train and ride it all the way to the profits. And there we went. So we ended up with about 10%. So yeah, basically that's our one signal at work. Once again, we're still testing it, but we're to the point where we're willing to trade it technically live for you folks. So yeah, just remember that you are watching the free stream and it is delayed. Depending where you're at, it could be delayed up to 3 minutes apparently. My partner was actually tuning in and informed me of that. So just be careful. Remember that we are just talking and this is not actual financial advice. Please do not actually trade this as such. We do have a live room that you can subscribe to, and we can talk through things even more in depth there. Yeah, we already pulled back above our QE5 line, unfortunately. Our opening trade also actually came out really well. We had a down signal today, and it was already good for, let's see, open here. It was good for 14%. If we had waited out the short buy-in at open, we could have made 25. That's just crazy. So 949 technically that would have been good for 14%. Oh goodness. 1601.29 P, and it was strike 186. So what I just said over the microphone was when you're entering in the specific strikes, when you, oh, I totally just did that, didn't I? Yes, I did. And I did it again. My apologies, I'm going crazy here. But when you're looking up specific strikes, because we're over here trading, I apologize with all the crazy fast movements we had going there. But I just wanted to get those trades in, but I can go back and go over them now. So, what was this for? 186. Perfect. So, going back over what I was saying, I was putting in my log specifically what the strike was, SPY. So to use Thinkorswim platform to keep track of our charts and whatnot, you would enter that as period SPY, SPY. 16 year is the last two digits of the year. The month 01, and then the expiration date. We work with weekly expirations. Those are relatively new. Within actually the past 8 to 10 years is when they came out. Before then, it was only monthly options. But that's where all these .5s come in. Is those are actually weekly options strikes. If you want to trade only monthly options, you can actually only trade the whole strikes. Those do, just for your information, also tend to have a lot more volume involved with them. So if you're having issues either filling an order or selling orders at prices that you want, possibly could have another 1 minute signal coming up. If you're having trouble selling or moving your orders, either selling or buying, filling or selling, stick to your whole number of strikes, because those will almost always be good to go. I forgot I need to also input the info on our false signal as well as the signals that were correct, so that I can explain myself. It's always a good idea to keep notes. I call it my head trader trading log. I could just call it trading log, but that's just how I have it in here. I'll probably just make it the trading log. Um, but that is something that you can look back on or see what you did or what you didn't do. If a trade starts to go sideways on you and you end up having to sell it for like no gain or no loss or anything like that, it's very easy just to be like, okay, so what did I do? And then you're trying to do so many things that you don't remember everything. So that's where the log comes in. So yeah, got some pullback here. Um, my apologies, just discussing what we're going to do with this, because for everyone that's tuning in, it's going to look kind of bad, but yep. And here we are pulling right back. It looks like we basically have our bounce right off of our channel line, our put side line here. This is our put signal line. Put is down, call is up, so this is our call signal line. And then this is our channel, our QE5 channel, it basically is what we're going to call it. So we popped up to, yeah, so it was good for 14% basically today, our opening signal was. So that was good. That was good to see. Wonder if there would be an issue. So I can't reuse. Interesting. It's the Huh. I wonder if the website's not happy with me for some reason. Trying to keep my eye, yeah. Yep, stock twits is down. Wow. That's a funny picture. Bear and bull. So, is the whole site down or just the spy section? That is the question. Yeah, their whole site's down. Well then, that's interesting. Yes, our Forex. How are we at here? Let's see. I will be honest, I'm not truly aware, but this is not good information. Oh, at 1 today we got another treat. I swear this is like the third straight day that he has spoken. Oh, and we're popping back down again. Wonder if we will hit below. Z is not here. I wonder if I messed up. I apologize. I'm trying just to open another window here. Yeah, that's not what I want. I want here. I have to remember to use my Alt tab to go between my windows, and that's not something I'm used to doing, so I apologize. I've uh, I've done a lot of mouse clicking and fast mouse moving, so it's easier for me to just move my mouse to the position. But nope. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss an email or a message from one of our uh, free subscribers. Speaking of which, if you go to our Facebook page, and from our Facebook page, you can actually go to our website. You know, I'm actually just going to move this to the top. Bam, like that. And then we're going to add another one. Wow, in the middle uh, of our stream. Because it's kind of a lull right now. Our, oh, shoot, I don't even know what the settings are on that. Well, that's awesome. Uh, do you need... So we're gonna make you this color, or this color. This will be fun. I apologize for the oncoming. Yeah, that's fine for now. I don't even, honestly. Oh, beautiful. There she is. So now we also have our website down there at the bottom. Gonna check back and see. So more news out of Europe that the economy seems to be slowing there yet. See if they've restarted their website or been able to get their website back up. Nope. That's okay. No problems. One thing I really enjoy about stock trading is that I can have some music going on in the background. And on top of that, I mean, if you have radio shows and whatnot that you can tune into, I'm sure that there's actually, that'd be something if anybody were to come in. I would love to, or feel free to email us at www.arhkholdings.com or www.archholdings.com. Um, but I'm always looking for great new podcasts or financial information or websites. Feel free to email us, let us know. I'm always looking for better information and good insight to improve our services and education to all the folks that are kind enough to spend their time with us. That's really our purpose, is to help education with stock options, because it's a way that really everyone, if they just spend a little bit of time and research, can be profitable with and increase their amount of money that they have. Really want stock twits up. It's kind of boring without it going. Crazy. Gonna slide that over so you can see the ups and downs. Have my windows stacked correctly for you so you can see the whole thing. Oh man. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick about 5-minute break. If someone pops in, or if you're in the chat and have a question, feel free to make a comment, question, criticism. Feel free to throw that in the chat there. I'll be here. Probably will type back, just giving my voice a quick rest. It actually got ravaged pretty good by the cold air that came in. Okinawa, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, actually got its first recorded snowfall in the history of recording weather for the island. So, uh, oh, got a potential for a call signal on our 1 minute here. Gonna slide down to the correct strike here. We tend to stick to the range of 75 to $1.05, and I might actually have to let's see, buy. Oh, we got to go quicker than this. I clicked it twice. Might be late. Hopefully this one wasn't too slow. I'm gonna have to target maybe. Wow, my fill was really bad. Change this to good till canceled, preview, and then send. Make sure it's correct. Right number, right amount, send. All right. Oh, okay, I remembered correctly. Got it in at 107. Popping up. We gapped up a little there in the end. Hopefully we can pop back up another. We only need another 1.25% here, and we'll get that. This might be some sell-off and drawback, but I feel like there was some pretty good momentum going upward. Not sure what the information was that had this going up, but hey, we'll take it. We still have this other call that we need to get rid of as well. Right now we're just sitting, basically. We popped up 1%, need another 0.75% up, and we'll be good. Basically, probably about 0.02 higher we need, so 0.29 and we're out. 0.29 and we're out. 0.29 and we're out. There it is. Popped up, sold. This is why you don't. This is something I had to learn the hard way. Thankfully, I did it on the virtual account. Yeah, we hit it perfect, and then we were done. I apologize. I'm going to have to place my trades a little bit quicker because I almost missed this one. We should have been in here, and that would have been easily that 6% there, but I only took 5 because I came in like here. But yeah, we're actually still going up. Let's see, what was the 192 was our strike. Go back over here to our strike. Once again, it's period SPY 16/01/29. That's all the expiration, 16 year. 01 January 29th is this Friday. And then we did a call here because it was an up signal. And then it was a 192 is the strike number. If you look over here in the middle, all these numbers are the strike numbers. And go over here and then check out what we did. Let's see. What was our fill price today? I apologize. I just need to make this bigger. It's being ornery for some strange reason. It should just automatically fix itself, but unfortunately that's not the way that this is programmed. So here I am doing what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So we had 102 and then 107. So basically we go like this. 102. That was our fill. 107. And we're already up to actually 111, which would have been good for actually 8.5% already. We're trying to figure out what our targets are. That's why we're actually virtually, quote unquote, live trading this. Again, this is our virtual account we've been running since the beginning of December. And we're actually doing really well today. We've already taken basically 15% gains on our portfolio just today. So that's pretty good, I would say. So things are going really well on that. Hopefully this StockTwits comes back up so we can share our endeavors with people. It seems that everyone is trying to get back on, but yeah. So, wow, look at this. Okay, so we were talking at the open, the volatility, right? So we opened the day at 189.93, slight gap up, no big deal. Um, well, slight gap up from pre-open to open. I apologize, that's not actually correct. This is actually a gap down. When people say gap up and gap down, they're actually talking from the previous close. So this is actually a gap down. But it sure looks like we're actually going to be heading upwards. This is actually more what I was looking to see happen. As yeah, see, look at that. Crude at a low today was down almost 3%, and it's already made back 1.2% of that. Um, Gains and losses, we'll see what occurs there, but chances are good that we will. Man, the volatility of the market right now is so unpredictable, though. You really have to stick to your tight gains and maybe even tighten them even further. Just make sure you're gaining. But man, so we had our put opening signal, which hit, but basically as soon as like how much down did we go? We were down 0.66 from open, basically from here. So we started about zero point 0.6 open, so we were down 1.2 at one point, actually 1.3 just because of the numbers. But we've already gained back everything that was lost and then some. So had I gone for say like 18% gains on our opening signal, it wouldn't have hit. And look where it would be now. So just something to keep in mind is that there are gains to be made in options, but there you can also easily lose money. So you need to look at long term. This is something I only very recently um, got into my head, especially when trading on the virtual account, because the way that you practice is the way that you play the real game. You know, when you're live trading, you don't want to have a position hanging out there, and all of a sudden there's some really good news coming across, like maybe at 1 p.m. this afternoon in Europe. I believe that is what 1 5 so 4. Actually, right now he potentially could be speaking right now. I wonder if this is that might be 6 p.m. I think this is actually 1 p.m. our time. That's something I should really actually know. That's a good question. I believe that this is all Eastern Standard Time. I live in Okinawa, so it's like I'm 14 hours ahead. So it's actually uh, 10 after midnight right now for me. That's not too bad. But yeah. Oh, so let's see here. We had our up, and now we're coming back down. So I think there's a good point here is that had we gone for something like until our up signal again, instead of just taking, oh, hey, we got probably like 6, 7, it was actually a lot more. Um, well, that was actually this one. This one we could have, but if we were waiting till the next signal again, we were already losing all of our gains. So at what point do you sell that? And then if you're just trying to eyeball it, you might lose out on a lot of your gains. So we're dropping pretty quickly right now. I'm not sure what information I'm missing or what just came out. Stock puts normally keeps me up on that, but this just goes to show more volatility in what is occurring in the stock market, or people being skittish because, oh look, we just went up almost a half a point. Better take my gains. People are trading very differently than they were at the beginning of last year, or even May last year, not even all the way to the beginning. Oh, I apologize, I did it again. Looks like we're about 2 minutes from another actual signal here, so I'm gonna preset this one so that I can actually show you. Might actually end up being a QE5 signal. 10, 12. Let's see. No, we need to go further. We want put side because we are going down. Put is basically down when you're talking in the world of stock options. I prefer to go to the lower strikes because the more they move, actually, the better the price is. Um, I'm gonna actually just set it up for uh, the QE5 indicator if it was a QE5 signal here. So 106, so 10,600 divided by, where are we at right now? So we're at, so it's probably going to have to be, how much movement do we need? A lot, actually. My guess would be that probably 82. So divided by 82. So I'm going to go conservatively 125 because I'm not exactly sure and there's our signal. So we're actually going to switch this back. So it's going to be like 60. Yeah, and it's actually even trying to go up, but it's going to end up down further. So that's even stronger of a signal. So, oh, I clicked the wrong button. So you always have to check. Going to click save. It only has another 15 seconds before it paints, so this is going to be a quick send. When you save, it comes over here to the orders. My signal is definitely going to be coming through. 7 seconds. 4, 2, and there it is. So I sent it in. Should fill relatively quickly. Might try and pop up, that's fine, but we're going to go for our fulls. Just over 5% again. Okay. I'm actually going to aim for the 633. Shoot, I just looked at it and I didn't actually look at the price point. 0.84. That's why I click save too, because it remembers it for me. So I just pop that open real quick again. So I changed the limit price. It's actually good practice to work from top to bottom. Change the amount to 60, because that's how many positions I have. 60. Limit price 84. Change the time in force to good till canceled, meaning it'll stay up until we cancel it. And we send it as it just starts heading to the green side. There's going to be a little bit of buying. We popped up and then we popped down again, but let's watch what happens here. We just painted above. So this is actually a good point for us to talk about our QE5 indicator. My partner Adam, he's been working on the QE5 for somewhere around like 7 years at this point. We have a database of historical data of a solid 4 years worth of data, and for the things that are going on with the QE5, we can pretty much have a very accurate idea of what's going on. What QE5 stands for is quick and easy 5%, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you're almost Once again, this is the stock market. You're not assured anything, but you are almost certain to get your 5% gains. This is not quite sold yet. Actually, I'm going to slide that down. Can't. How am I to do that? I'm going to actually just go like this, I believe, and shrink it so you can see. There we go. That's better. But back to what I was saying. So he's been, we have the data, and basically we've found that if you aim for 5%, you're 90 to 92% of the time going to be getting your QE5 gains for 5%. Uh, the other thing that's really nice about it, with being quick as well as easy, the quickness is huge, and we've found that I would say at least 3/4 or 75% of the signals that we have that are QE5s, they tend to sell within like 45 minutes to an hour. And some of them, a good portion of them, will sell much quicker than that actually. But sometimes they do extend. We actually did have some that we had to hold overnight, and those actually came back for even better gains than what we would have targeted had we been trading it live all night long. So, I mean, there are pluses and minuses because it could have definitely gone the other way on us too. The biggest thing is that if you're going to grab a trade towards the end of the day, that's a QE5 signal, because what we look at is this channel, and if it goes above it, it's a call. If it goes below it, it's a put. So there's uh, there's many things that go into what happens overnight with futures trading around the world, etc. So we try our best to not have positions overnight, but we're not going to take a huge loss when we know that, oh, the weekly trend is down, so our put should be good. Does that mean that it will be? No, it's once again the stock market, but we can be confident in that. But the fact that it's quick and easy, 5%, you can get it done within like an hour. That's so important, and that's why we're here trying to educate people on how to trade stock options and how to use the QE5 indicator. Any questions, comments, criticism? Feel free to throw them in chat. Hopefully, this is definitely going to come back down. We've kind of seen this all day, even even leading into open. See, I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So this has been a very, very common trend and is indicative of signs of a bull market. When you have futures trading, because actually had this stayed here, straight across here, that's darn near where, I mean, that's only, so zero point 0.3, zero point 0.5. So this is only actually zero point 0.2 lower than the close yesterday. That's a very, very small gap down. Very small. That's pretty insignificant, really, in the terms of gapping one direction or the other. That might even just be slightly lower, not even a gap. But what we're seeing here is that this is all futures trading. These are people that have larger sums of money, and they trade without the Greeks. And from that, they basically, hey, we're going to take all of our gains out of here. Oh, we're getting a huge deal. Look at this. And so many people were buying into here. And whoever got in up here on futures and sold down here made some quick bank. Because this is a 45-minute turnaround, and you could have easily made thousands. But so looking at this information as we look to go green here relatively soon, since people were done trying, this is the same thing we actually ran into over here. We had people buying into the sell-off, and they're like, "Oh, I'm getting a deal," and then it goes back down again. And then this one was a for sure up because we didn't have a signal either way. And then we were like, "We're going up, folks." Then the sell-off. The catch was is that we had our put signal here because it's arrow pointing down. So we knew that it's going to be going down. But the thing was, people are like, "Oh, oh." These are people that are just watching the stock market and they're like, "Oh, it's going down. We're gonna get a deal on this." Oops. Unless this was scalp traders, in which case, this is I did post an article on our Facebook page similar to this about algorithm buying and selling. A lot of firms use just simply computers to place trades basically now, and basically firms are able to, um, because of how fast computers are now, they can see, oh, we're going up. We can make these huge gains. That's really annoying. Sorry about that. If you heard some extra little dings and bells from my computer. Um, but basically, what happens is that they basically can generate their own profits, and then here's the sell-off, and that could have all been just a few firms and their computers working simultaneously, and that's what makes it harder for people like you and me that are sitting here and coming up with signals that do actually work. But when computers are trading like that, your signals don't work anymore because they're influencing the market and it's not acting the way that it's supposed to act. So the biggest thing with things like that is just to kind of keep to your system. And if you have your jumps up like this or difficulties like this, you got to just stay the course. It'll be okay. Be patient. Most people that trade the stock market aren't looking for quick gains. Um, it's just the way that my cousin designed things. He's with that quick and easy 5%. He was looking to get in and get out because he doesn't want his money sitting out there because who knows when bad information comes out. They get the information 10 minutes before we do, and all of a sudden our stock options down 25%, and we didn't even know what hit us. That sort of a thing. So it's definite things that we can go up and down against and see what's going on. 190.16. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Seems to be a pretty strong resistance line here, so I just shoved that in there quick for people to see. I'll actually just leave that there. But yeah, so we're just waiting on our next either 1 minute indicator signal. Once again, we're just testing that out today. It's our first time actually live trading it. We're trying to establish the points that we want to aim for gains and exit points and that sort of a deal. I feel like if we get this, I don't know, we'll see. This is something that I've just kind of operated on, and once again, in case you just started tuning in, just remember any opinions expressed in this stream are subject to change without notice. We're solely responsible. I'm going to interrupt myself. I have a possible call signal coming in. So we're going even less. So 65. Totally just eyeballing it because it's virtual and it's moving so quickly and I'm actually already missed it. Sending. See, now we have two different signals going on, which is interesting. So we'll see which one prevails. So 73 is what we're looking for on this one. So in here, we're going to change the amount working from the top down. We're going to leave that to limit because we're trying to sell. Change this to 7.2 and then time and force or good till canceled. Preview it. Make sure that we got everything 65, 93, that's our call. 72 is our limit, good till closed. Send. Go forth and make money. So at this point, seeing as we have both signals here, we're going to want this call to quick sell, and then we're going to want it to come back down. And it looks like we're in potential to have the opposite happen. It's been really struggling actually the past about 15 minutes or so. Really struggling. People are really worried right now. We're not moving anywhere actually currently. Like I was saying though, just kind of going over my disclaimer again. Um, the views that are conveyed in this stream are strictly those, the personal views of ARC Holdings LLC and partners. And we are not to be, all our information is not to be construed as financial or investing advice to anyone. Please read our full disclaimer at archoldings.com. It's right there on the left there, left side of our stream. Also follow us on Twitter. Feel free to follow us on on our stream if you like what we have. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to type them in chat. I am paying attention and trying to interact. Oh, the ups and downs today. If you're a scalp trader, specifically, like you're trading with like 100 grand, kind of like this virtual account, but you're you're live trading it. Oh man, this is like your dream today. Should have looked at my signals, but the goal was just to trade this to see how it goes. I felt we didn't. We kind of made that determination to trade our 1 minute indicator relatively close to the stream, so we had kind of a minimal plan going in. But to be honest, it's been a lot more fun to me. I have a lot more to talk about, and I get to place a lot more orders, so I can go through the process with you and talk you through that more as well. That's basically just more fun and more things to talk about. But with that, we're just waiting on some of these to sell. We're 2 minutes from a signal. If we have another more red here, we might be having another put signal for our 1 minute. Gonna bite my tongue a little bit. Let's see here. Where would we go for that one? Let's see, we want puts. We're gonna actually just double this one up if that goes. Okay. We actually did not paint with it, but it looks like we will be getting it this time. Most assuredly. It's actually going to be 70 this time. Not 470. That would be a really bad buy. Go to market. The reason we do that market is it's basically an autofill. Like we don't have any weighting really involved with it. And that's pretty much the way you want to operate when you're trying to get an order placed. Um, if you're looking for very specific gains and losses, you can play with the limits, but that's something that you're going to want to do when, you can do it whenever you want, really. It's just your preference, honestly. Oh, you kidding me? It jumped up right at the last second, so I sent it. That's okay, though. I think it really is going to go down, and that actually probably really helped our, yeah, it did. So, yeah, we don't need 84 anymore. We need, I think I'm going to stick with 80, actually, because I placed two separate orders. Because we're definitely going to be going down here. There's no question about it. I'm not going to expect 11, though. So change this down there. Oh, once again, start from top to bottom. That's why I'm doing the stream, to teach myself to trade better. Limit here, 80. Actually, no, I need to make that lower because that's way too high, isn't it? No, actually, that's okay. I'm going to leave that because we had more commissions used because we placed them separately. So we're gonna have to get some love as we see a bunch of red over here. We see red on this side right now. That's good for our puts. When we see red on this side, that's good for our call. I was really hoping our call would sell earlier, but we were already changed over back to our put here. So now we're just dancing in the middle, letting the Greeks kill some of the money slowly and surely. Happens sometimes though. Sorry for the ding there. Apparently you can't delete something that's not there. That's what my computer was telling me. Alright, looking across here. Looks like we do have more momentum down. Oh, no, just kidding. Looks like we're already starting to jump up again. Interesting. Basically what I'm looking at right now is that the market doesn't know where it's going. Especially looking at my 5-minute chart. Our 5-minute chart literally is sideways. Looks a lot like this actually. See, as we go head towards our call again, strong potential to have another call signal here. Need to go a little bit quicker. But yep, we had another one. So I still bought more. So now I need to change my call signal. Modify. Change it to 130. Preview. Send. Now I need to go back and determine what my exit price is going to be. 73 is actually okay, but we're going to change it to 72. It's because we want to get out of it. We really want to get out of one of these because we're actually was 72. Interesting. Hopefully we can get out of one of these and then it goes the direction that we don't get out of. It's, we're literally basically straddling right here almost at this point, which is in my opinion very hard to make money out of. Showing that we should be going up, but we're not. I really wish stock twits would be up because people would be complaining left and right about computers. Might as well see if it's up. Oh, they might have gotten it up. Nope, still down. I love that they always seem to have funny or uh, interesting, at least, little almost comics basically on their. So we're quite far into the. Wow. Well, we're driving downwards. Basically, just set up this trade, placing another put. Gonna take it because it's going even further that direction.
So we're going to change this put to probably going to be about the same, is it not? Yeah, we'll just leave it where it is. We're going to just change it to the 200. So we're going to sell all of it. Hopefully I get it up fast enough. Come on, computer, you can do it. 200, limit 80, ready, break. Yeah, we had a false call signal there. I was wondering if that was the case, but like I was saying, it's up and down and all around, and it literally has no idea what way it's going right now, it seems almost. Very, very busy day for the 1 minute signal. What's unfortunate is we're pretty much going sideways. It looks like we might have a breakdown finally that we were seeing coming. So it looks like there is potential that the downward will sell first, which is good actually. This actually potentially could set us up for that QE5 signal, as you can see here. Looking for red numbers over here. Going the wrong direction currently. This has been a really solid bouncing line, resistance line at this point. Um, we've gone to it and bounced off of it multiple times. Actually, even all the way to earlier today. Actually, no, that's weird. It's really, really a sticking point though recently. Like really strongly a sticking point through here. Here we are jumping down yet again. Just discussing some of the signals that we use. We actually have 4 different signals specifically right now that we follow. That's where we've derived all of our data from and how we bring these to you. I actually run 2 monitors. I wish I had like 4, but 2 is what I have right now. It's okay. Actually almost got another one the other day, but I didn't. When my wife comes back from San Diego, I don't want her to walk in to see all my monitors. Yeah, we jumped down here. Maybe that'll give us enough momentum to push through to that 5% goal that we're looking for. At this point, I don't even remember how many trades I've placed for the 1 minute indicator, but it's been a ton. It's been really fast. I do apologize. Um, Thankfully, you'll be able to go back through and watch everything. The video will be up on YouTube, and I'm actually also going to be editing a version of it, hopefully, and I might even add in some voiceover depending on how terrible I, I am talking through all of this. I'm not entirely sure, honestly, as I am basically, let's see. Well, we have that yet too, so call. So volatile for a Monday. This is Friday action on a Monday, legitimately. Not even like joking. Like this is normally how Fridays are. Sometimes Thursdays are like there it is. Uh, there it is. There it definitely is. It spikes up to 7.73. So we were definitely out there. That was quite. That doesn't look like correct numbers, does it? And the good thing out of here is we're going to bounce right back up, I bet. Maybe not. Finally seeing some direction, unfortunately, and everything's not good. specifically with these two. But I feel that if we hold these for like a half hour, 45 minutes, yeah, I bet if we wait an hour from now, we'll probably be back up here and we could just sell it. Well, this one would sell, and this one we could not take as much of a loss on. So we'll just keep watching here, see what happens, watch our signals. The volatility today tells me that even if you're in a bad call, specifically this one, we should have just gotten out earlier when it was up, bouncing off of this line up here. That would have been perfectly fine to get out there. I mean, yeah, we're still going to be down 30%, but it's only 30. We're at 65 right now. But it makes sense just to kind of hang on to it a little bit longer here because the volatility has us coming back up. Just kidding. Actually, everything is going down right now. I should have just sold it earlier. This is one of those things that we're just going to be losing a ton of money. There's going to be a buyback here at some point. I'm going to hopefully hit that, and we'll be done with it. There's a little bit. Come on, I know you people are going to buy. Where are my scalpers at? There's some green numbers here. When I'm looking for exits like this, specifically, see there's a green bar. That might be good. See, from where we are right here, I would honestly expect for at least one or two green bars to happen. And I'll just get out then. Because our longer term signals, like our 5-minute and 15-minute right now, wow. Actually, our 15-minute doesn't know what's going on. It's been saying a put signal since before open, but we have very, very close put call lines right now, which is our up and down lines, which means it really has no idea right now where it's going for that specific signal. So we're gonna wait because looks like we're gonna have at least a trend up for at least a short period of time. So we're gonna gain some of it back, not a lot, but I'm gonna hope we can continue moving upwards. I'm gonna keep a close eye on what's where though, because it looks like we might actually already be at the limit. Which would be really sad actually. Come on, at least give me 60. No, we're being really stubborn, aren't we? Hmm. Come on, don't let me down. Man, it's really liking this negative 0.7% right now for some strange reason. There we go. There's our bowls. Buy that sucker. Oh, no, that was really quick. Oh, really? Yeah, our crude oil back down to it's down 3.25%. Man, this is terrible. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Because we're potentially in this other call for another 25% loss, unfortunately. And once we get rid of this, though, we can't make anything back off of it. And I feel that with how volatile it is today, we will be able to get some more of that back, but we just have to be willing to wait. And I don't see it continuing down because it hasn't stayed in one direction all day thus far. The problem is that if this is when it's going to decide to continue, that's really bad. But if it does decide to start going green and buying into this and getting our gains the other way, like it is trying to do right now, then that's really good because we're able to make back quite a bit of money actually. If this hits 60, I'm actually just going to sell it. I'll be happy with that. It's probably going to pop up to 60. That might be it actually. Sorry, just eyeballing. I apologize. This is what you're not supposed to do, by the way. Yeah, we're just going to sell it. So we got 62% out of it, but our long-term signals are not with us on this at all. Um, we're basically what I call reloading already to go back down, and we've only moved up what, 0.11? Yeah, we've only reloaded about 0.24, and we're almost reloaded to go back down again. So I'm just gonna get out of that. We did end up getting back almost $600 more than had I just sold it though down here at the bottom. As it goes up even further, which is great because we still have this call to get rid of as well, so that's completely fine and completely okay with that. But my issue is when we're still in this position here, we should just at least hold that till we're gonna get rid of this one. I feel just something to think about moving forward. We're still trying to. That's one of the things with our trading situation, as I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, that the position I just sold out of was actually a position we would have never been in still had we been able to trade full time. But with me being uh, living overseas with my wife in Okinawa, Japan, I'm not able to stay up the whole night. I have other requirements of me throughout the day that I have to take care of. So I can't just stay up till 6 a.m. Unfortunately, I wish I could. I would love to, but I probably wouldn't continue streaming much because my wife might well off me. Not really. I'm totally joking right now, but yeah. So looking to be going back down. I'm surprised that we haven't had more indicators since here. It's quite the down little trend we had here. This one would have been good for a lot more than our 6% that we took. What was that one? 85? Let's go up here and change my strike. Leave the beginning parts. We just need to change the C to the P for put. Put 185 on the end. The beginning is the same still. It's dot spy 1601. So January 29th. 16 is the year. 29th is this Friday. That's the expiration. And let's see here. Well, we need to change this to the 1 minute. Makes a huge difference. And you'll notice that sometimes these minutes aren't completely filled in, or maybe they're just the same. Just that's when there was no volume at those time periods. So it basically was what the last one says. So let's see here, 1035. So 1036 is our actual buy-in point. So 76. We got up to almost 11% technically was the gain for this 1 minute signal that we could have taken. And that's just a matter of we need to build a database to be able to track that. And I totally missed a QE5 signal. Awesome. Oh, me being busy with the 1 minute signal when I didn't have that shown. I'm going to have to adjust. So I apologize. Uh, so the OPEC chief is trying to finally come on board. Hopefully we can paint above here. That's called resetting for our QE5 signal. Then hopefully we can break through again, but there is a chance that we might just stay down. That would be unfortunate. yeah, so here would have been the QE5 signal, and let's take a gander at what that would have been here, probably. Looks like 86 would have been our strike, potentially. Change it back to the 15 minute. So, let's see. What's It's actually not doing good right now at all. 106. Well, no, this actually would not have been the fill price that we would have taken. I wouldn't have taken a 106. That's too high. I always would aim below. So 83, and then it got up to 85. Actually, just 84. So we'd still be holding our QE5 as well. Um, Sorry, I'm missing that QE5 indicator. Adding the 1 minute had me busy, and then I was talking through things and talking about other things, and had my 15-minute chart covered up with my QE5 lines covered. This is our pretty strong resistance line we were having that we've been bouncing off of for quite some time. Uh, let's see. So our quick and easy 5%, our line that we would want for that would be, let me actually just La Calculadora, 83.83. It's probably 0.88. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so 0.88 would be our target here. So that's the target we're looking for on this one. I'm going to make a note of that in my trader log. Since I've been so busy, I have not been able to keep that up at all, really. 5. Put 1045. Fill. Strike. Put 185. 45. And fill 0.83. Target 0.88. Bam. All that information's in my log now. Even though I missed that trade, we'll still be able to make a note of it and even enter it after we get it to sell. And let's see, what are we doing here? Still showing strong signs for put. Yeah, wow. This 5-minute chart is crazy. It's a 5-minute chart from a Friday, is what it is. Honestly, uh, it's fun, and don't get me wrong. I just wasn't expecting to be this busy with my 1-minute indicator, and then I end up missing a whole QE5, which normally I'm waiting my whole day for. It's good though. It's good. I'm excited to be working on another signal to bring everyone to teach people on. And as I practice it more and be able to stream it, because as you all can hear, I'm also talking and doing all of these things. So adds another bit of dynamic to it. Apparently, stock twits is still down. I'm curious if it's just my browser or maybe my internet giving me issues. Aha, it's up. Yay. Excited. Okay, we are going to find SPY. I do not see SPY. Let's click streams up here. Couple reasons we want this to reset. We're still in our call that we had earlier for that we got right here. The this moves so much in that 1 minute period, unfortunately, that people were already willing to sell out of it. Specifically, probably potentially computers and whatnot. So, recently viewed, we go to SPY. Um, Definitely did not slice below 1800. This person is doing really good. Interesting. Interesting things going on currently. Mm-hmm. So lots and lots and lots of action already going on. It appears that we may actually be heading up for a good portion here, which would give us a reset for our QE5 indicator, as well as going into potentially being able to get rid of our 1 minute indicator over here that we got in, as well as my guess would be painting and getting another up signal here. So I'm going to actually prep that order right now so I am not caught off guard. Aiming for even, wow, we really need this to come back up, I think. We definitely have the chance with our information coming out this afternoon. I'm also hoping that no, Australia's off today. That's nice. But Drahi is speaking still. I'm guessing his average speeches are about an hour, 45 minutes. So hopefully there will be some good news out of that, and then we'll pop up and hopefully we can get this to sell. But our 1 minute signal, we're gonna need more movement up, but a reset would be perfectly fine. We have 2 minutes. Stay above. You can do this. But for those just joining, thank you for popping in. Feel free to type comments, thoughts, and any questions you might have. I do have my chat up, and am more than happy to discuss and talk things over with you. Um, Welcome to the stream. We've already done quite a few trades today with our 1 minute. We've actually been quite busy as it appears that we're bottoming out again. We lost our momentum. What happened here? Our longer term trends, for this stream specifically, our longer term trend will be like our 15-minute or 30-minute chart, but our moderate, our medium time frame is going to be our 5 minute chart, and then 1 and 3 minute charts. Our 1 minute charts are short term that we basically go off of. So this was probably the slowest up, but also the most green in a row that we've seen today thus far. There's 3 there. Yeah, so that was actually the biggest streak of green that we've seen today. This was 5 straight minutes of green. So I'm not surprised that people are like, oh man, is that all I'm getting now? So there's quite actual potential for lower here. Definite lower movement here. Yep. As I speak, there she goes. For those just joining, thanks for joining. Remember, we're not here giving investing or trading advice. We are not giving anyone financial advice. Please visit our website, arkholdings.com. It's up there on your left side of your screen. And to read our full disclaimer, we've been trading with our virtual account today. Just something we've been doing since December to show you how things are going. We had one of our QE5 indicators that would have sold, but we unfortunately were not able to trade it fully.
and we were not able to trade it to sell it on Friday evening, and unfortunately it really hurt us. This is what our current QE5 would be. I was actually busy doing our 1-minute indicator and had my 15-minute chart with the QE5 channel, this 189.35 and 190.44 line. That's our QE5 signal lines, and we popped down below our put line here at 10:30. So we painted at 83, and right now we're actually 2 cents away from getting our 5% that we would have gotten had I placed the trade, which is really bad for our call. And I think that honestly our call might be something that we're getting rid of at 1 this afternoon. That's kind of our cutoff for our bad trades, unfortunately. But as such, that is the way it is. Trending definitely downward right now. There is no question on that for sure. The other thing that we do have going on, we're actually going to make that bigger. I'm not sure. There we go. That works perfectly fine. I'm not sure why I didn't do that in the past. Okay. So, people out of puts, no volume. Volume is kind of low actually. I'm not going to deny that at all. Um, Specifically on this one, last Friday I was watching and saw a 20,000 order placed. I mean, here's a larger order actually placed right here as well. Um, this was last Friday. There's an almost 8,000 order. It's a 4,000 order, but I think it was 183 that the strike was placed at. So, but for those that tuned in, thank you. Feel free to follow the stream or subscribe. Stream or subscribe, and we would have sold it right there. So 1103. 1103.88. So we missed out on 6% today for a QE5 that would have sold. And we're already drawing back up. So let's see what movement we have going on. Our 1-minute signals are showing that we're moving towards call, but we are definitely still on the put side of all our signals that I'm looking at. Thinkorswim has a lesson going on here soon. Okay, so we drew back already almost up to 2/3. Not surprised if we get some sell back. Potential for more buying in though also. So we'll continue to monitor the signals. Any questions, comments, feel free to type in chat. I am paying attention there. If you have any thoughts or any questions you would like to ask, feel free. Type those in chat. I definitely went over something like 10. Had to have been like at least 10. It was a lot of all right, there we go. A lot of orders that I was placing and selling and moving, and it was back to back to back right in through here. I was able to tell this was a false up, so I just doubled up this put and we did really well there. Took this one, did really well there. Took this one, took this one, took this put, took this call. These two calls I'm still in, tripled up our put here, got out here. So that is where we are sitting for today with just those.
Our QE5, like I mentioned, I did miss, but it did sell for 6% at 1103. That was strike 185 expiring this Friday. So that's kind of a recap of all the action we've had today so far. So true. Gas giveth, gas taketh away. Market needs some Beano, for real. Yeah, and it lost 4%. That's definitely the new high, and if that continues, SPY's going to drop even further. And we're probably going to be really red, which tells me that we're probably not going to stay in that. So far, all of our charts are looking to be put sides, so no bueno. Interesting. Wow. Yep, definitely sticking to the put side. More movement down. Signals are correct yet again. We just had our 15-minute chart reaffirm our put position, so yeah, this is basically, I'm just going to sell out of this. Oops. Should I just sell out of this? Yes. Yes, I am. There's no point to take more loss on that. It's not going to come back up. Definitely just lost so much money today. Ugh. So we had a lot of success with our 1 minute. We missed our QE5, which would have been another 6% gains today. So we actually did not do very well at all because of the, well, yeah, there's no way to really take out. We'd actually be up something like $700. I'll have to post that on our Facebook page, but we would have made still a grand today had we not had our messed up. Had we not been able to, had we been able to sell or trade on Friday. But it is okay. This is our virtual account. Had they been live positions, I would have had to stay up. That's just how it works. Where are we moving to now here? There's definitely not 40 hours in a day. That would be a crazy day, though. Not even sure what planet that would be. Oh, okay. Well, perfect. TKO. Hmm. We paint this. I'm curious if we're going to be able to do any pullback on that. Because it's definitely the first 45 minutes there was not a sure direction of which way we were going. And then the past 45 minutes since then it's been very certain, especially with this crude. Crude oil is getting killed right now. It's literally nosediving. So speculators in Europe were actually less bearish last week, as were the week before. They were actually calling for more of a bearish market, which is interesting to me. Nope. Yeah, this is all scalp trading and options trading today. If you're looking for direction, directional traders should not be taking this today. Way too volatile. I mean, you can, but it's going to be a grin and bear it type of a day for you otherwise as we go further down. I'm even more happy that I actually just got out of that call now, especially with the way that this is a very common thing with my Japanese internet. It does not always load the page correctly. Yeah, it's almost down 5% now. It's continuing to drop further and further down. At this point, our QE5 would have been much better. Would have been good for 15%. Apparently, StockTwits is still having issues, huh? I can't really deny that there's definitely some computer trading going on today. It's actually like it's I can actually see it almost. This was not. This was not computers trading. When you got your quick ups, your quick downs though that are like almost identical. Yeah, that's a bit suspect, just saying. But there's no way to actually honestly know. Yeah. This is a really funny thing to post because this is actually quite old at this point. That's if excuse me. If you're reading this now but haven't seen it yet, then you're behind and you've already missed it. Because the gains that you could have gotten, I mean, because our OT at this point would have been so money. Gosh, 86 I believe is what it was. Oops. Well, you get to see me type it in fully. It's underneath there actually. If you just look right here, that's everything that I'm going to be typing. So it's period SPY. The year 1601 January. 29th is the expiration. Our OT signal was a put today, and boy was it. Towards the beginning, we weren't entirely sure. But let me tell you, right now, that sucker's worth some Dollar bills, y'all. Let's see here. Where are we at? I think it was actually 85. 85 would have been the correct one. Yeah, 73. Bam. 24%. No problem. No big deal. It's not a bad day. Fun stuff though. I actually just remembered that I needed to change my signal on my one chart. Probably won't change it too much, but yeah, we're still good. So that is a good thing. Oh man. Are we turning this sucker around or are we just going down more? That is the question. We've had 4 out of 5 green candles here. Does this go right back down from where it came from there though? That is the question that plays the mind. I don't think we honestly go above this line again. I I just don't see it happening. Not with oil this far down. This is almost too much for the S&P to overcome. Stocks in general. We have had some green days when oil has been down, but not huge green days, I don't think. I'll have to look. But when oil's down, we tend to really just stay down as well. Yeah, I think our 1 minute just had its slight up right there. And we're gonna be moving back to, oh, ha! Well, this would explain things. I'm not even looking at the correct thing. So here's our up, and then here we go back down again, it looks like. I was wondering. Something didn't seem quite funky. We'll see, though. There is always potential for things to turn around. The biggest thing that needs to happen, I'm kind of surprised with OPEC, the chief, actually coming out with saying that there needs to be solidarity with the people that. So speculation, yeah, faces days of cleanup. Yeah. So it's going to be warmer still, so natural gas goes down. Interesting. Oh wow. Not gonna lie, I like McDonald's breakfast, but oh, is it bad for you? Oh, is it bad for you? Once again, though, just want to go over our disclaimer. All advice is just ARC Holdings employees' opinions. Uh, Please do not construe our advice as actual counseling advice, financial advice, or investing advice. But thank you for tuning in. So much fun. All right. So crude's hovering around that 5% down portion, which is really bad. I just don't see SPY recovering from that. I mean, it's trying to right here, though. Quite well, I might add. I wonder if we're going to have an up signal. Prep one just in case. If we stay green for one more, it will. If this one goes green, even like a quarter of this bar, we should definitely have another 1 minute signal. Gonna just save that. See, there it is. So what this is derived from is there's 4 signals going into that, and when those signals are crossing up, that's basically saying, hey, this is going to be a call. You should take this. So now we're just going to watch our clock, and then also to make sure that it's very important that you wait when you're looking at signals for the candlestick to paint. Because if it's still going to move, if this goes red right before it paints, and then I place it like 5 seconds early, then it potentially can just drop out, like legitimately just drop out. So you have to make sure that you wait until it paints entirely. And survey says it didn't paint. Let's see if it goes here. I feel like I think we are overdue actually for this movement upwards. Just kind of looking at the chart and the feel of it, this is complete. Like if you want to file this under Craig's hunch strategies on the 5th signal that we're going to use to do this indicator, but I really don't want to see this that big for a red though. Really not. Yeah, I think I'm taking it. I really do. I actually believe it. Let's see here. So 88. So sell, top down. We're going to make this 65. We're going to make this 88. And then we change this to good till canceled. And send. And there we are. And now we just sit and wait. Let's double check back to our. So we've actually, for this to basically sell, we're pretty much going to also almost have to reset, basically, at this point. So let's see if we're correct or if we have another dud, potentially. That's one of the things. We're just working on this one right now, too. This is not something we're actually offering to the public, but we're just willing to kind of show, wow, that was really good movement. The other thing is that it doesn't necessarily have to paint for this to sell. That's the wonderful thing. So if this pops up to here, it's going to be gone. And whether or not it resets from there is up to the stock market, but we're really hoping to get some more green out of this because we can use some more of the gains. Need you green, my friend. All right. So it's actually staying on the green side, but we definitely need some more up movement for it to actually sell. I'm gonna guess that our fill price was not actually that good for us. Let's see what it says. 83 here. 2 call. Change that P to the C, and then this to 9-2. And that's gonna be the strike. that we're trading here. We're going to actually change this to 1 minute. Otherwise, it's not very useful to us. And go over here, 1123. So actually, we got our fill at 83 because that's everything right there. So we're up to 85 right now, technically it says, but that doesn't show what we're. Slide down here to 92 and see what it is. Oh. Well, I'm a little befuddled because according to this, it's actually up right now quite a bit. But, yeah. I think that's just because the volume actually is not going, so it's not actually moving. My apologies. Really? Really? Okay. So we're going to have to gather some more momentum and then hopefully we can bust up here because it looks like we're running into a little bit of resistance here. 6. Oops. That was not what I meant to do. Bam. We got to break through that. We got to paint above that line to get a sell on this little bad boy. I believe that you can fly. Actually looking pretty good that it's not gone or painted below here. That's not that big of a movement. That's actually very good news for us. Oh man, here we go. Here we go, folks. Go. 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 It was way too early actually for it to paint up there. So hopefully we can just keep the momentum going to bust through that line there. Um, it looks like we're actually looking pretty good for a few of our signals here. Potentially for the momentum to keep carrying us through that. But, there we go. So now we just need to get above this line. Keep going. How about 18 more seconds for this to paint? It really needs, if it paints above here, I'm almost positive that this is going to just bust up and sell. Which would be perfect, because we need to get back some of that. That's the wrong way. Thank you for listening. So it's going to paint any second here, and it just pops up even more, even better. Excellent. More green, please. There it goes, and then we're going to pop above here, and we should fill that, or actually sell that. Excuse me, it's already filled. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oil actually has come back up. It's gone up a 0.5%. That's probably what is mainly driving this. And that just goes to show how closely tied, specifically the S&P is to the crude oil prices right now still. Even though it's trying not to be, it most definitely is. Come on. Come on. Give me the 6. Give me that 6%. Oh no. You little bugger. I was going to be angry. I think we're still fine. It's just people are skittish right now. It's okay though. People are really skittish right now. Wow. I'm going to knock a penny off of this actually. Might be too late, honestly. Might have to wait a little while. Oh, we barely did not reset. Wow, literally 1 penny off from resetting. So here's my hope off of this is that people will realize that they're just going to be getting deals. And we're going to get a lot of buy-in here, directly following the red line. This screams to me algo. Computers too. That's what that does. I mean, like if you got $500,000 that you're trading with right here, it's bam, bam. You're basically generating your own income essentially. It's probably actually a lot more than that. It's probably in the millions, let's be honest, but a little annoyed with myself that I did try and take the 6 and not the 5 there. Because had I just taken the 5, that would have sold. But because I did not take just the 5 and was had that extra percent on there, which is, it goes to what I was talking about earlier and sticking to your smaller and tighter windows. So I'm going to be sticking closer to 5 and even maybe a little under 5 if I have the choice between 5 or 6. I'm going to go closer to 5 for certain. So let's see here. Let's see if we can just sell this sucker and then I'll call it a day for the streaming. Thanks for everyone who stopped in or watched the video. Really appreciate it. Feel free to follow us on Facebook as well as our website. You can go on there and you can sign up for our free live trading. You get 5 days of uh, nearly no delay live trading and can talk and interact with me. And from there, you'll also be getting a newsletter from us once a month, which actually will be coming out next week. Our first one. Next Monday, a week from today. Super excited about that. Very excited and working on that and putting it together. And hopefully you've been able to learn some things from this video. Feel free to email us at archholding.com, archholdings.com as well. The same as our website there. And we will be more than happy to help you or email you back. Any questions, comments, criticisms are welcome. And we hope to see you back. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. You'll just get an email notification as I'm talking. Our 1 minute has potential to sell here. Uh, but yeah, when we go live, you'll be able to see that we're going live, and then can feel free to hang out and chat and help each other learn more about stock options and just give you insight. Just remember all the information that are within these videos and streams are just our opinions and thoughts. They're not to be construed as actual financial or investing advice. Anything that you do, we are not responsible for. And make sure you check out our disclaimer on our website at archholdings.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for that Facebook to get 5 free days of the live streaming without delay. And with that, we will see you tomorrow bright and early at around 9:20 or so is when I get the stream up. So feel free to stop in, chat it up, and we'll see you then. Have a great day.